In a legal and political development that's ignited fierce national debate, President Trump has scored a major victory in immigration enforcement. A federal immigration judge has ruled that Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian refugee and legal U.S. permanent resident, can be deported, despite not having been charged with any crime. You're watching In the Know News, where we bring you the facts, the context, and the critical analysis you won't hear anywhere else. Mahmoud Khalil, a graduate student at Columbia University, was arrested in March by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE agents at his university-owned apartment. Initially detained in New Jersey, Khalil was later relocated to a remote ICE facility in Louisiana, where Assistant Chief Immigration Judge Jamie Comins issued a ruling that shocked civil liberties advocates. She determined that Khalil was removable from the United States under a rarely used authority, even though no criminal charges had ever been filed against him. The justification stemmed from a memorandum issued by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who admitted Khalil had committed no illegal acts, but claimed his continued presence in the country would undermine U.S. foreign policy aimed at combating anti-Semitism. Khalil's case is entangled in the broader fallout from pro-Palestinian activism on American college campuses. He was targeted by the State Department after participating in a protest at Columbia University that called for a free Palestine and condemned what demonstrators described as genocide in Gaza. The Trump administration interpreted Khalil's involvement as indicative of support for Hamas, a group the U.S. designates as a terrorist organization. Khalil has strongly denied those allegations, asserting that his activism was entirely lawful and rooted in the First Amendment's protection of free speech. In a written statement from detention, Khalil claimed that his deportation case is part of a broader strategy to suppress dissent against U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. A previous ruling by a New Jersey judge temporarily blocked his deportation and called for the case to be transferred back to that state, adding a layer of legal complexity to Khalil's fight to remain in the U.S. However, Judge Comins' ruling now places the ball squarely in the court of the appeals system. Secretary Rubio's two-page memo, which played a pivotal role in the decision, asserted that Khalil's presence in the U.S. could create serious adverse foreign policy consequences, arguing that his activism contributed to a hostile environment for Jewish students. While this assertion may support diplomatic aims, critics warn that it sets a dangerous precedent, allowing the government to deport residents based not on criminal actions, but on political speech that contradicts official policy narratives. The decision has alarmed constitutional scholars and civil rights advocates who see this ruling as a potential inflection point in how far the U.S. government is willing to go to silence opposition. With Khalil's wife due to give birth within weeks, the human cost of the decision is equally under scrutiny. While Khalil has the right to appeal, his immediate future, and the precedent this sets for political activists in America, remains uncertain. At In the Know News, we will continue to follow this case closely. We believe in delivering clear, factual reporting that goes beyond headlines to help you stay informed about the stories shaping our rights, our policies, and our democracy. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay in the know.